This is my cat. Here we go. Here's my cat. You know who else is a cool cat? Joe Wheezy. Okay, that was a terrible segue. All right, what's good, Spurs Nation? Today we are talking about Joe Wieskamp. I just wanted to go over this article that I found by Jeff Garcia. Shout out to you, Jeff, for this article. And basically, there's a quote from Joe Wieskamp on how he's just ready to learn. And I love the sound of that. So let's go ahead and get into it. So Joe Wieskamp says, and this is kind of old, a couple weeks back, but I think it's just been learning. I've learned something from each game, whether it be defensively, offensively, how I can cut, or how I can set up my defender. Now, we talked about this a little bit, and I had a video talking about, is he the next Joe Ingles? And funny enough, one thing I said in that video is that he has to get better defensively. So the fact that he's very self-aware in that fact is a good thing for us, right? He also said all those different things. I just feel like I am learning and getting more comfortable with each game. Now, also he kind of joked around about Trey Jones being like his mentor since they're the same age. That was kind of funny. But if you go down here, Mitch Johnson says, I think for Joe, it's his first run at this. I think for him, it's just settling in and playing basketball. Those first couple of games as a pro, he was too green. I can't imagine the nerves, the pressure, and him just wanting to do well. Now, this is what's funny to me, because when I watched him, I didn't get the impression that he was nervous. I thought that he was playing pretty well for the most part. So the fact that even Joe himself has said, hey, I need to do better, and the coach is saying he needs to do better, speaks volumes. Now, this is what we really need to talk about, okay? Now, this part right here. I have not been shooting the ball very well. I know that. Everyone knows that, but they know how good of a shooter I am. They're constantly telling me to let that thing fly. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a pure sharpshooter. Now, I don't know. He's one of those pickups, man. When it's all said and done, we don't know where he's going to land. We don't know if he's going to end up being the next, long-term Spurs option. We don't know if he's just going to be a guy that we develop, make better, and then he goes on his merry way. But from what I'm hearing from him thus far and what I've seen from him, I'm actually very high on Joe. It was one of those draft picks similar to the Josh Primo pick where you kind of get him and you just kind of look the other way, like, of course Spurs make a Spurs-like pick. But honestly, what I'm seeing is he's pretty doggone good, pretty high basketball IQ, and he can only get better. And he is definitely a position that you can use whenever you get a forward who can shoot threes. That's pretty good. And on top of it, the fact that we got Doug McBuckets, he can hold us over until Joe Wieskamp's ready. So I'm happy with it. I'm glad that he's learning. I'm glad that, he's only getting better. And even though this quote is, from a good while ago, I think it still holds true today. So he's going to keep learning. He's going to keep getting better. And I'm excited. Let me know what you think about that. Oh, yeah, almost forgot. I always almost forget this. Okay. If you want to give to the channel, $2 per month is only 4 cents a day. Become a patron at patreon.com/ClanTheSpursFan. Thus far, we have 16 patrons. I really appreciate all of the love. Thank you so much. Until next time, I get with you guys later. That was a bad segue earlier, wasn't it? It was pretty bad.